Going on with y'all, man? It's your boy Protect back with another one. Man. I'm gonna keep the intro super short. And man, if I get to all glory to God, when God's touch right now, I hope God's opening the doors and pave ways for all y'all. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Today, we are talking Calvin really in this video, Falcons wide receiver. And we're gonna give you guys this quick synopsis of the situation now and ask you a question: should the Washington football team pursue a trade for wide receiver Calvin Ridley, the Atlanta Falcons, as we do have a huge need at wide receiver too, behind Terry McLaurin, and with Curtis Samuel not being the guy we was looking for so far. So we attack this wide receiver position head on and make sure we have a trio of guys that are really, really good, like the Cowboys have, or like other teams like the Cincinnati Bengals have, things of that nature. So let's get right into this. We're going to talk Calvin really, really good statistics real quick. And then we're going to talk about should the Washington football team make a push to trade for Calvin really, as his time with the Atlanta Falcons is probably coming to an end. So before we get into statistics real quick, I'm going to give you guys a quick synopsis of the situation. So Calvin really took a mental break in week 5 for mental issues and things of that nature. And now, a few months later, we're talking January, season's over with now, Calvin really and the Falcons are going to probably agree to mutually part ways via probably a trade or something of that nature, and allowing Calvin really to find a new team. That's what kind of sounds like through articles and things of that nature. So, 27 years of age for Calvin Ridley. He's 6'1", 190 pounds. 27 years old from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He was taken in the first round, 26 overall in the 2018 NFL Draft. And yeah, he went to school in Florida. He was a dog in Florida. He was a dog at Alabama. We know what Calvin Ridley was in school, and even a dog in the NFL. This girl is stupid at Turbo. So, 2021, he's played 5 games. He had 31 receptions for 281 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 9.1 yards per reception. In a down year, just due to the situation he was going through. So, yeah. His best game this year was versus the Washington football team. We had 13 targets for 7 receptions for 80 yards, 11.4 yards per reception. His catch percentage was at 53, which is kind of low. But some of those targets were not even good targets. They threw his way. Things of that nature. So, yeah. But outside of that, his highest catch percentage was this game. He had 11 targets for 8 catches for 61 yards versus the New York Giants. He had a decent game versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, having 7 receptions for 63 yards. And he had this worst game, which is his last game in Week 7. I think he did play Week 7. Okay, cool. Well, he played at one game Week 7, and then he took the hiatus. I think he had an injury, and then he played this one last game. 4 receptions for 26 yards and 40% catch percentage and 1 touchdown, and also only 6.5 yards per reception. But this does not tell the full story of Mr. Ridley. And so I'm going to give you these dumb ads. So let's go ahead and target this now. So his rookie years, he was 24 years old. 2018, he had 92 targets for 64 receptions for 821 yards, 12.8 yards per reception, 10 touchdowns, as well as a 75-yard touchdown in that season. And his catch percentage was around 70% at 69.6. He was playing with Julio Jones for a few years before his eventual exit as well. Just want to give you guys a quick synopsis. So being a wide receiver 2 in year 2, backed that up with another solid season. Not too much of a jump with the statistics, but he only played 13 games and only started 10. So, yeah. He only started 5 in his rookie year, but he only started 10 in his sophomore campaign. 93 targets, around the same amount of targets, 63 receptions, 866 yards. Yards per catch went up a little bit by a yard. 7 touchdowns. Touchdowns weren't there as much. But his long wasn't as long as either, with a 36-yard reception for his long. And his yards per game were at 66, and his catch percentage was a little lower at 67.7%. Catch percentage went a little lower, but this is without Julio in 2020, because Julio was dealing with a lot of injuries and things of that nature. So this is Calvin Ridley's breakout season, if you want to kind of call it. Played 15 games, started 15, 143 targets, 90 receptions, 1,374 yards, so 1,374 yards, 15.3 yards per reception, 9 touchdowns, 65 first downs, and his long was 63 yards. And he averaged 91.6 yards per game, and his catch percentage was a little lower, but it's a lot more targets, so understandably so. at 62.9%, and this is what he did this year. So, by the way, he's on a 5th-year option with worth about $11.9 million on the cap. So that's that as well. So he's on a 5th-year option. So you're probably going to extend him if you were to trade for him. Trade for Calvin Ridley, period. You're going to probably have to trade for a guy like this. Just go ahead and do it. Bite the bullet. As long as not a first-round pick involved, yes. We have a top 10 pick in the draft, so I don't want to trade a first-round pick. But a second-round pick, maybe play like Deron Payne, who's also an 5th-year option himself, getting sent over there to Atlanta for a Calvin Ridley would be great. I honestly think both those players need new starts. I think Deron needs a new start. In Atlanta, he'll be playing with Grady Jarrett. And also, Calvin Ridley will be playing with Terry McLaurin and possibly, hopefully, Curtis Samuel. And a rookie quarterback who want a guy like Calvin Ridley to throw the ball to. That's going to do it for me, man. Like, comment, subscribe. What are your thoughts and opinions on trading for said wide receiver Calvin Ridley in the comment section? Guys, take it easy. Love y'all, man. If you ain't most athletic talent sport choice, and professional off the field, technically sound, you will always come out like a time of less hard dedication, man. Protect fans from stay strong like always. Have a great one, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And I'm out, bro. Have a great one. Peace, love, and blessings. Comment us Calvin Ridley, man. I want Calvin Ridley, period.